What's going on, guys? It's your man Lynch, and I know I'm kind of late, but here are some of my favorite albums from 2024. I know we're like almost a whole month deep into fucking 2025, but I just wanted to, I couldn't let the year continue without mentioning these albums that I was listening to on repeat last year. For number one, first on the list, we got motherfucking Laserdem 700 Enjoy. Laserdem 700 Enjoy was the beginning of my year. I found the song awesome. I looked up the artist on Spotify. I watched the music video first, and I looked it up on Spotify. I was like, yo, this nigga sound crazy. Like, he came through with this innovative flow. He's on these crazy sounding beats. The bass is going nuts. It just sounds like I don't know. It sounds like a deep fried meme. It sounds like brain rot. It just sounds like what's going on. So I took to it very, very quickly, and I just was listening to the album, going through it, and I just ended up liking a lot of the songs on there. Some of my favorite songs are probably Evil Curse, fucking Wigging Out. The song Awesome, of course, is one of my favorite songs, as well as Enjoyable. Probably one of my favorite songs on there. The way he goes about making songs, it's just it's very refreshing, and I'm pretty sure he could make a billion songs like Lil B, because he got his own little crazy shit going on. The next album I want to mention is Benji Bluebill's 500K Degrees. That shit is fucking fire. I found Benji the same way most people found Benji, after listening to that Playboi Carti song, and I was like, who the fuck is Benji? So I looked up Benji, and I was like, yo, I fuck with this guy. And then I listened to Campaign Blue. I enjoyed it. And I was just looking forward to new music, because he didn't have much on Spotify at the time. And then he ended up dropping 500K Degrees this year. And I remember it because I was in the airport. I seen the album drop. I was like, oh shit, let me check it out. I like the singles leading up to it. Bad News Benji, 3B Cycle. I was like, I enjoyed these singles. Let me check it out. Fucking intro. The intro song is probably one of my favorite songs. Like, the whole shit was just like banger after banger after banger. I mean, there probably were a couple duds on there, but for the most part, enjoyed majority of the album. Most of those songs were on repeat for me all year long. Next album I want to mention is Full of Hell, Coagulated Bliss. I love Full of Hell. Probably one of my favorite metal albums this whole year was Coagulated Bliss. I got to see it. I liked it so much, I went to go see it live. Like, the shit was busting, dude. The shit was fire. From start to finish, it was fire. My favorite songs were definitely Transmuting, Chemical Burns, Coagulated Bliss, Half-Life of Changelings, Bleeding Horizon, and Gilding Men. But yeah, I fucking love that album. Definitely my favorite metal album this year. The next album I want to mention is Swappa, Armageddon. And I don't know if you guys know Swappa, little underground artist. He's fucking making waves. Young nigga, dog. That's all I gotta say. That's, if I had to sum it up, he's just a young nigga doing young nigga shit. It's not that it hasn't been done before. It's not that it's, brand new or refreshing. It's just, he's doing it in a cool way. He sounds cool. He got a cool voice. I'm not sure who his producer is, but he seems to produce most of the beats, and they all sound cool as fuck. So it's just cool. I fuck with some young nigga shit, and I think it's like definitely on the cooler side of it. Next album I want to mention is Null, As Spoken. Null is what you get if you combine Full of Hell and Portal. I love Portal. Portal is fire. Full of Hell is fire. You get Null. Null is fucking batshit crazy. The album As Spoken sounds like a horror fucking movie. It feels like a horror movie. You turn that bitch on, you turn all the lights off in your house, and you just listen to it, you're gonna get frightened. It's scary. It's cool as fuck. Really hard. I can't say that I remember any of the songs like by name, because it was one of those albums where I'll just play it from top to bottom. But I fucking love it every time I play it. It's definitely an experience. Absolute awesome band. I think I hope that they get more fuel, you know? I hope that they get a good push and people check them out. No, dude, check them out. They're really fire. Next album I want to mention is Gene Dawson, Glimmer of God. Glimmer of God is fucking fire. It's like, I was never a Gene Dawson fan. Like, I found some of his early stuff to be kind of like, I'm not gonna say underwhelming or anything. It just wasn't really my steez. I felt like he was being forced, kind of forced in my direction, because like I listen to indie here and there, but I'm not the biggest fucking indie guy. So when I heard that shit, it was very off-putting, some of it at least, and it looked like I mistaked him for Tizo Touchdown at one point. You know, like we just kind of had the same run-of-the-mill, you know, black indie guy thing going on. But I think he separated himself from that, and I think he's moving in a really cool direction. The way I found this album was fucking Pain with Bones. He had a Bones feature, and it popped up for me because Bones was on the song, and fuck with Bones. So like on my Spotify page, so I listened to that shit and I'm like, yo, this song is actually, at first I was like, this song is kind of cringe, but then I was like, nah, I fuck with this shit is hard. So I went and I checked out the album, and like it's the craziest shit because the album is like amazing. It's so fucking cool. Like there's all types of different influences on the album coming from different places. Like at some points he sounds like a fucking, like he's making a Prince song. At some points he's rapping, and some points he's just singing a piano ballad. Like it's a really good album. I think my favorite songs on there was You're Bleeding Everywhere. Pain, of course, is one of my favorite songs. The title song, not the title song, but the first track, Darling, Black Sugar. There's a ton of songs on here. I think Boy and the Swan, like these songs are all fucking bangers. Like the whole shit's a banger, you know? Like just like the Null album and the Full of Hell album. It's the type of album where I just start the first song and I just listen to the whole shit, because the whole shit is really good. Definitely something you got to be in the vibes to listen to, kind of like the other two, but it's good nonetheless. Good indie music. I fuck with it. And I wanna give some honorable mentions that didn't make the list. Fucking My Gift to You by Hard Rock. I don't feel like enough people listen to Hard Rock. Hard Rock is really fire. I love Hard Rock style. I like the way that everything is like super bass heavy. It's Rage inspired, Rage similar, Rage adjacent, whatever you want to say, but it just has this different groove, different vibe to it. I fuck with the way Hard Rock goes about, you know, the whole current trend. I think he does it in a very cool and unique way. My Gift to You wasn't as good and doesn't come close to One of One, but My Gift for You definitely had some bangers on there, some crazy fucking beats. Somebody pay that man's producer, dog. That nigga needs to get paid. Another honorable mention is the JPEG Mafia album, I Lay My Life Down for You, or whatever the fuck it's called. I liked it. I liked a lot of songs off of it. I wasn't the biggest fan at first. I've been a JPEG fan for a long ass time. So at this point, I'm enjoying JPEG still because he's always doing different shit. But, you know, like some of the ideas are starting to get a little stale to me. But nonetheless, it was a good album. It was fucking fire. There's like good ass songs all over the album. Good ass just parts, and some shit that'll just put you in your feels at some parts, other parts that make you wanna fucking kick a nigga in the face. Vulgar displays of aggression. I love that song. Fucking man, it's a good album. The last honorable mention I have is Mixtape Pluto. Mixtape Pluto. I just want to say a lot of niggas don't like Mixtape Pluto. I don't know why. Future is doing everything that he's ever done before, and the beats are just perfect. You know, like it's. How could you not like Mixtape Pluto? Is my thing, you know? Because like you liked everything else, but you don't like Mixtape Pluto. What, you feel like it's stale now? The shit's been stale for years, dude. It's not like Future's been doing anything that's like brand new or like fucking refreshing or innovative or anything, dude. It's fucking, he's been doing the same fucking thing for years. He has the same recipe, and this album follows the recipe. and it sounds fire. I feel like the production on this album is a lot cooler than some of the production he's been on lately. Not to say anything on the Metro album wasn't cool or like, you know, this shit's better than the Metro shit, but you know, I like it more. I like Future when he's rapping like this, when he's making music like this. So for me, I fucking love mixtape Pluto. There's a bunch of bangers on there. I definitely think my favorite song on the bitch is Ocean. Ocean is fire, dude. But yeah, mixtape Pluto, fucking love that album. Not one of my favorites of the year, but I definitely listen to it a ton. And the last album I have on this list, there is no particular order in the list. I like all of these albums probably as much as the next one, but I do want to mention this one, and I wanted to save it for last because it might be a hot take. But one of my favorite albums of 2024 was Lil Uzi Vert, EA2. I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know why niggas don't like it, why people think it sucks, why it's like garbage to them. But I feel like Uzi's doing what he's been doing for years. Like, I think I might understand why I appreciate it more than most people do. After, you know, EA, the first one, I kind of took a break from Uzi. I stopped listening to anything that he dropped. Like, I didn't really listen to the EPs too much, or the deluxe version of EA2. I don't listen to that shit. I didn't listen to fucking the Pink Tape or anything leading up to. I would listen to some singles here and there, but like I wasn't really listening to Uzi for years, right? I probably didn't really listen to Uzi since Love is Rage 2. So for me, whenever I would hear Uzi shit after Love is Rage 2, I was just kind of burnt out on it. I was like, all right, bro, like I enjoyed all of his shit up to that point, and like I just had enough. I thought it was starting to get redundant, but I took a long break, and I came back to EA2 because I was like, oh yeah, Uzi dropped a new album, let me check it out. Bro, I turned this shit on, and from the jump, bangers, banger after banger after banger after banger after banger. I don't give a fuck what anybody gotta say, dude. EA2 is fucking fire. It's a fire ass album. There's fire all over the shit. Like, there's moments on there where it's just like, yo, is this nigga serious, dude? My favorite songs on there probably gotta be Lightyear is definitely one of my favorite songs. Big Time Rush is a fucking banger. Fucking Goddard song, I love that song, dude. I'm in love with the maple. I'm in love with the syrup. Like if you heard that shit and you didn't like it, dude, something's wrong with you, dog. There's something wrong in your noggin, and you need to go get it fixed. There's also like other bangers on there like Lift 'Em Up, you know, or Uzi's in his rapping bag. I know a lot of people had mixed feelings on it, or a lot of people disliked it, but for the most part, I think it was a solid project. I'm not saying every song on there was awesome. There's a lot of duds, but I think the percentage, the ratio, like song for song, I enjoyed more of it than I didn't enjoy it, you know? So yeah, man. But those were some of my favorite albums of 2024. I just had to make sure that I got this out because there's a lot of songs I feel like people missed out, and there's a lot of albums that I feel like people missed out on. But yeah, thanks guys for checking me out. It's your man Lynch. Deuces.